There we go. What? Oh,
Turn, turn, turn. That's a freaking bird song. I wonder what Daffy Duck would do if you sat on him.
Die.
No, I'm not that fat. Hey YouTube, it's Russ from Russ's Rad Reviews, and today I've got the Jim Croce Collection vinyl to go over with you. This album was released in 1977, and I believe it's a Canadian album. Not that that makes a difference, but I just figured I'd let you know, so if you got any Canadian friends, family members, share it with them so they can come watch this. I don't have any Canadian bacon or Canadian maple syrup, but this album's gonna be sweet. Basically what this is it's a compilation album. Compilation album. Spell it out for them, John, on the screen. Put compilation in the comments below. Anyway, hey Canadians, I already called you out. There's 20 songs on here from previously released albums. Fairly simple cover, it's just a picture of them. It's nothing really special. And then the back you've just got, again, the Jim Croce Collection and the track listings. And then inside you've got your regular white sleeve. I'm not sure if that's original to this. I think it's a reprint. The sleeve is. It is a Canadian copy, and the Canadians do what Canadians do, so I'm not sure. With that said, I'd probably give this album cover a 5 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with being simple, but the thing is like, in terms of what makes me want to pick it up at an album, at a record store, excuse me, doesn't really make me want to do that. I see the Jim Croce lettering, and that's what makes me want to pick it up. So with that said, let's move right into the album. What we've got here again is just your regular white sleeve. And then you pull open this sexy record here. And it's kind of a weird track listing because you've got the Jim Croce Collection in font. That's about the same size as the font for the songs. So with that said, I mean, it's just your regular record with your white label. It's not like super thin, but it's definitely not thick with 3 C's. So as long as you take care of it, it should be okay. Alright, so here we are. We're going to start talking about songs. I'll go through them real quick for you. Like I said, this is a collection, so they picked the songs that they felt best represented Jim Croce. So it starts off on side 1 with Bad Bad Leroy Brown, which is one of my absolute favorites. It's probably one of the songs that everyone knows Jim Croce for. Followed by Operator, which is another one of those songs. Track 3 is I'll Have to Say I Love You in a Song, another one that I absolutely adore. 4 is You Don't Mess Around with Jim, really good song. 5 is Time in a Bottle, classic. 6 is I've Got a Name. 7, Working at the Car Wash Blues. 8, Alabama Rain. 9 is Age, and that is my favorite Jim Croce song by far, hands down. Tie Me Around with a Handcuff and Throw Me in a Well, and that's gonna be the song that I'm gonna sing. And what the f? And number 10 is Rapid Roy, the Stock Car Boy, which is a really solid song. So side 1, I mean, there's no songs on side 1 that I would consider bad. Then you flip it over to side 2, and it starts off with Careful Man, really good song. Top Hat Bar and Grill, excuse me. 3 is Roller Derby Queen. 4 is Thursday. It's a good song, not one that, I mean, I like it, but it's not one that like makes me want to jump up and down and run around the house with my pants on, on my head. 5 is Lover's Cross. 6 is Hey Tomorrow. 7 is Speedball Tucker. 8 is Recently. 9 is Hard Time Losing Man, and he ends off the record by The Hard Way Every Time. You're probably sitting there in your chair, on your couch, or in your bed wondering,
Russ, what you gonna give this one for songs?
I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. This guy talks about life. He's amazing. You listen to his voice and it just brings you to a happy place, okay? The songs on here, every song on side 1 is iconic for him, and anyone that knows Jim Croce will hear those songs and be like, hey, that's Jim Croce. And the same can be said for side 2 if you're a little bit more of a diehard fan for Jim Croce. Gotta get your hands on this record. Listen to him on Spotify. Listen to him, okay? He's amazing. Now, let's talk about how this album has held up over time. It's difficult because Jim Croce isn't alive, and it's also hard because the music isn't played on the radio, because folk music isn't really appreciated anymore. And so I think in terms of overall, this record scores, around a 7, maybe an 8 for how it holds up today. I'm gonna give it an 8 just because the impact that he's had on my life, but all the older people around me that listen to him, that know him. I don't expect a lot of the younger generation to know who Jim Croce is, But if you're watching this video and you haven't heard of Jim Croce, go listen to one of his songs. It will change your life. So with that said, my final thoughts on the record. This album is definitely worth picking up. It scores a 7.6 out of 10 when we combine all the scores together, but I still think the songs score a solid 10 out of 10. I definitely consider picking this one up. I don't think they're reprinting this one, but they're not cheap. You can get one of these on eBay for probably 12 bucks. So get yourself a record player, get one of these, and jam out the Jim Croce. I'm Rad Russ signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and by the way, don't get caught by bad Leroy Brown. He might scuff you up. Don't put that in there, dude. Dude, chunky oatmeal is no good.
Chunky ointment?
Chunky ointment. Use Aveeno. We are not sponsored by them, but boy, it does lather you up. You can be my partner in crime. And baby. Yeah, you can't do that. I'd get on American Idol.
Alright, it's going whenever you're ready.